In Miami Gardens, under the bright lights and the heavy weight of expectation, the Florida Gators found themselves at the center of yet another storm. Saturday night was supposed to be a chance for redemption, for Florida to rise from the disappointment of last week and remind the college football world of who they were. Instead, it turned into what many are calling Billy Napier's worst offensive showing since taking over as head coach. And at the heart of it all was quarterback DJ Lagway, a young man carrying not just a football, but the burden of a team, a program, and a fan base desperate for answers. Florida managed just 141 total yards in the game, their lowest output since 1999. For context, that's more than 2 decades ago, a lifetime in football years. They went a brutal 0 for 13 on third downs, something they hadn't done this poorly since 1998 against Florida State. The numbers themselves felt almost surreal, like they belonged to a different program, not one with the Gators' pedigree. Lagway's performance told the story of a quarterback still searching for rhythm. He completed 12 of 23 passes, but for only 61 yards. Even more staggering, ESPN's research team found that his completions added up to -3 air yards. That's right, 7 of his 12 completions were caught behind the line of scrimmage. A week earlier, he had thrown 5 interceptions against LSU, and now the questions surrounding him have only grown louder. And yet, when asked about the struggles, Lagway's response wasn't defeat. It was raw, emotional, and determined. He looked straight into the cameras and admitted the truth. "It's been hard, but let me tell you all something. We're going to get things changed for sure. I can guarantee that. This is not acceptable at all. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. This isn't okay. We've got to play better football, and it starts with me." It was a moment that gave fans something to hold on to, his honesty, his fire. And if you're here watching, following this story unfold, then you know how much these words matter. They're not just empty lines, they're the desperate promise of a leader who refuses to let his team sink further. And before I go any deeper into this night of heartbreak and resolve, if you love stories like this, if you want to ride every high and low of this Gators season with me, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Because trust me, the drama has only just begun. Lagway's struggles are not without reason. He missed all of spring football and was limited in fall camp due to nagging injuries. Both he and Napier have pointed to that lost time as a major factor in his shaky performances. Remove the opener against FCS Long Island University, and his numbers this season paint a grim picture. 68 completions on 105 attempts, 507 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. Against Miami, the pressure was relentless. Lagway was sacked 4 times, and when he did have a chance, his passes often sailed over the heads of open receivers. By halftime, Florida had only 32 total yards, a shocking figure that included 4 3-and-outs and 6 punts. For a program built on speed, toughness, and tradition, it was a sight that left Gator Nation stunned. Still, there was a spark of hope. Early in the third quarter, Florida pieced together an 80-yard drive, capped by a touchdown that cut Miami's lead to 13-7. The momentum seemed to shift. Moments later, Florida intercepted Miami's Carson Beck, and suddenly the Gators had the ball, driving again into Miami territory. But on 4th and 3, Lagway threw short. The chance to take control slipped through their fingers. Miami responded with a crushing 13-play, 80-yard drive that drained more than 7 minutes off the clock and sealed Florida's fate. The Gators have now scored 10 or fewer points in consecutive games for the first time since 1989. The pressure is mounting on both Lagway and Napier, who not only leads the program but also calls the plays. Napier himself admitted, "Every position is contributing to our issues." Obviously, we talked about DJ and what he's been through this off-season. I do think that there's some rhythm missing there, and we're going to go back to the drawing board. The open date's coming at a good time, And that open date may be the one saving grace in all this, because when Florida returns to action, they host Number, 8 Texas on October 4th, followed immediately by a road trip to face Number, 10 Texas A&M on October the 11th. It's a brutal stretch, and Lagway knows the only way forward is through leadership. "I'm going to demand greatness from everybody," he said with conviction. "We're done with the playing around stuff. It's time to get serious. It starts with me. I've got to set the tempo, the tone in practice in meetings, around the building. I know for a fact it's going to change because it's going to start with me." That's the sound of a quarterback refusing to fold. That's the sound of a team still searching for its identity. And if you've stayed with me through this roller coaster of a night, then you know this story isn't just about one loss, it's about resilience, about whether Florida can climb out of the shadows and reclaim its roar. And trust me, you don't want to miss what comes next. So once again, hit that subscribe button. Because if DJ Lagway is promising a change, then every step of that journey is one you'll want to see with your own eyes.